Hey guys, Bear0 here, and I hope you all are having a great day so far. Welcome to the first 7-second summary of Stage 4. Before we get started, I would like to take a second to shamelessly plug my Twitter. I've actually had a Twitter for a while now, but I've never verbally advertised it in my videos, so I'm doing it now. Anyway, my Twitter handle is the same as my YouTube username, dividing_by_0. Go follow me for hot takes on games I'm watching, updates on my YouTube videos and Twitch streams, opinions, and whatever else I end up posting. Alright, with that out of the way, let's refresh ourselves on how this series works. I'm going to go through every team in the Overwatch League and tell you my thoughts on the performance the past week. The catch? I can't spend more than 7 seconds on each team. On the screen, I'll show the logo of the team I'm talking about, the results of their past matches, and my comment, as well as a score from 0 to 10. Please keep in mind that when scoring teams, I only take into account what happened in the last week, meaning if a team is usually really good but underperformed last week, the score will only reflect the underperformance. Once I've gone through all the teams, I'll go more in depth about the 2 highest and 2 lowest teams on the list. Alright, that's all the explanation. Let's do this. You're still not the worst! This must be torture for Saya player. Jake is thrilled, because Jake is skilled. You better turn it around soon. Solid, as always. You beat weaker teams. Congrats, I guess. Still number 1 in my book. Okay, fine. Sato is good. Dive isn't dead. Yet. Oh, how the dynasty falls. I'm just so disappointed. Defeat. I've held out on putting the Dragons on my worst list despite the record because they were genuinely getting better and better and exceeding my expectations week after week. However, their match against the Fuel this week was the first time I've been genuinely disappointed in this team. I mean, come on, they've been getting better and better. The Fuel looked like they were running in place, and Effect wasn't even going to be there for the match. The stars seemed to be aligning for their first win, and then they forgot that Brigitte existed. Mickey was pretty much able to run all over them and enable the rest of his team to take the easy win on any map not named King's Row. Look, I get that they're still working out communication issues and they're trying to perfect their dive, but when a team sees a huge change in the meta occurring and they decide to do largely the same thing anyways, that is the fault of their own ignorance. I can't not be disappointed in them. Victory! In my Haters Guide to Stage 3, I predicted a 9th place Stage 4 finish for the Fusion, and I could tell that the Philadelphia Fusion fans obviously were not happy with that prediction. My most common question after that video was, what about Sato? Sato is off suspension, so won't the team be better? And my answer at the time to that was no, because Sato was a Winston main, and Winston is all but dead in this meta, making Fraggy, the Reinhardt main, still the better main tank in this meta. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Sato was introduced this week and seems to have reinvigorated this lineup. Carpe is getting back to MVP form, Ikuo has been solid as always. Watching Neptuno kill Saya player twice this week was probably the most I've ever laughed while watching a game in a long while. This week restored my faith in this team, and I am sorry, Philadelphia. Defeat. Well, that honeymoon ended quickly, didn't it? This week, Jaehan's inexperience with the main tank position was exposed, and then it was exposed again, and again, and then again. Over all of these stages, I've held reservations about this team, even with their decline. They were just taking it easy, right? They had the weak Pacific Division locked up, so even if they weren't making stage playoffs, they had a free ticket to the season playoffs anyways, right? Well, for the first time this season, probably since the beginning of Stage 1, Seoul has lost the lead in the Pacific Division to the Valiant. Korea, it is now officially a code red. You are now given permission to panic. Victory! I'll be honest, I wasn't all in on the Outlaws at the beginning of Stage 4, even though everyone said the meta would be perfect for them. I agreed that the meta suits them very well, but I wasn't sure if it would be to the degree that was promised. After all, there were plenty of other great Widowmakers and Junkrats in the league. And just like with the Fusion, I feel like I have to say sorry to Houston because I was very wrong. The Outlaws steamrolled through the Uprising and the Spitfire this week, and I think it has all really hinged on Jake. Throughout this league, Jake has largely been the X factor of this team. While he's performing well, so are the Outlaws. When he's not performing well, so are the Outlaws. And since he has finally been freed from Tracer duties, he's been able to really flex onto so many heroes. He's been great on Pharah, Hanzo, Genji, even Brigitte. If the Outlaws keep performing like this, they could really be a huge threat come the season playoffs. That's all from me, guys. Don't get tilted. Peace!